Hello there, welcome to my channel, Mo Moon. My name is Mo. Welcome. All right, so this is another video in my Cliffoth Journeys series. So if you haven't seen my other videos, you can go into my playlists and find the Cliffoth Journey playlist, and you will be able to start off from the very beginning. I'm going to put a trigger warning on this video just because I should have done it with all my other Cliffoth Journeys videos, and I always end up doing it in the middle of the video, which isn't very helpful. So just to let you know, this might be, I might be discussing some challenging topics. I know they were challenging for me, so who knows, they could be challenging for you too, so just be aware of that. As you decide to watch this video. So this is the book I'm using called The Tree of Cliffoth by the Temple of Ascending Flame. And this is what the Tree of Cliffoth looks like. So the Tree of Cliffoth is, just to give you a quick rundown of what this is, it is the Tree of Knowledge. And it is in my personal gnosis. Let me just say this is probably unverified personal gnosis, but a lot of the things that I will be talking about that are verified, well, maybe not verified, but personal gnosis of these people that wrote this book, I will be talking about a lot. I will be comparing my journey and my experience and my lessons with what I have been told in this book. So this is what the Tree of Cliffoth looks like, and you start at the bottom of the tree and you slowly work your way up to the top of the tree. And from what I understand, this is the Tree of Knowledge, or the Tree of the Night Side. It is the shadow side of the Tree of Life. And it is in my understanding, in my own personal life, because the Kabbalah has the Tree of Life, and it's Jewish mysticism, and Christianity takes a lot of Christianity, like the books of the law in the Torah, the books of the law, I believe, are in the Bible, right? I think it's Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Judges, maybe. I'm not really sure which books they are. I'm not like a Bible scholar or anything like that, but I was raised in a Christian home and I was taught a lot about the Bible. But a lot of Christians believe Jews are God's chosen people, and so I kind of link them together because there are a lot of Christian Jews, and then there's a lot of Jews who are specifically Jewish and don't consider themselves Christians at all, I'm sure, but the Tree of Knowledge is the adversarial tree from the Tree of Life. And the Tree of Life was in the Bible in the Garden of Eden. And the Tree of Knowledge was also in the Garden of Eden. And the Tree of Knowledge was forbidden to be eaten from. And when I talk about the Tree of the Knowledge, this is the tree that I'm talking about. The one that I'm traveling through now. So when Adam and Eve ate from the Tree of Knowledge, they fell from grace. They disobeyed God, and the punishment was being separated from God. And then God, the Hebrew God, the God of the Bible, kicked Adam and Eve out of the Garden of Eden because he didn't want them to eat from the Tree of Life and live forever with the knowledge that they had. So they became mortal. They were kicked out of the Garden of Eden, and death came into their lives, and they were mortal. They were now going to die. Their physical bodies would die. So when I say it's the adversarial tree, I mean that it is the tree of the adversary, quote unquote, Satan or Lucifer or the devil, whatever you want to call him, Samael. This is the tree that was used to cause humanity to disobey God. So this is the fallen tree. This is the tree that caused the fall, quote unquote. And the tree of life is the tree that will cause you to live forever. And that is the tree that has the Sephiroth. And the Sephiroth are the emanations of God. They're full of light. Some of them are harsh, but they are harsh and they're considered the love of God in my understanding. And so I feel that Lucifer is in charge of the tree of knowledge because in my practice, Lucifer is the bringer of light, and light is knowledge. And Lucifer is the one that brought illumination through the knowledge that he gave to Adam and Eve. So Lucifer, as you know in the Bible, took the fall from heaven when he made himself higher than, quote unquote, God, the Hebrew God. So just like Adam and Eve took the fall from grace when they ate from the tree of knowledge, as Lucifer did when he put himself higher than God. So this tree is bringing you to the very bottom of the pit from into which you fall. And as you work your way up the tree to the very top, you regain your godlike status. You regain your divinity. And of course, this is spiritual, and we don't all have to take this journey through the Qliphoth. But we all learn the same lessons, just in different ways. This is the way that I'm learning the lesson. And for me, this tree has been shadow work. It's a lot of shadow work. If you've seen my previous videos, you see that there's been a lot of difficulty that I've had to face through the different Qliphoth. And each one of these is a Qliphoth. And I am going to be talking about Thaggerion. So this is the Qliphoth that I'm in now. This is the Black Sun. It's considered the Black Sun. That's what it's called in this book. So I'm going to talk about Thaggerion and a little bit of the lessons of Thaggerion. At the end of the video, I'll just show you a quick picture of what my ritual looks like, so you can stick around for that if you want. But let me just open my book here to get to the page, because I think it's Thamiel that is the corresponding Sephiroth to Thaggerion. Oh no, sorry, it's not Thamiel. I think Thamiel is, anyway. It's the corresponding Sephiroth is Tifereth, which is balance and harmony. And Tifereth is on the tree of life, and Tifereth is located there, just at the same place that Thaggerion is located in, on the tree of knowledge. So it's, if you understand, there is a day side and a night side. There is a side of light and a side of dark. It's like the two sides of the same coin. Only one is the shadow and one is the sun. So I'm in Thaggerion here, and I'm working my way up. And Thaggerion is titled The Disputer. And all right, so the Black Sun of the Qliphoth. Thaggerion is the Black Sun of the Qliphoth. The Disputer. So Thaggerion is ruled by Belphegor and Sorath. And Belphegor is known as the demon of sloth, and Sorath is known as the Antichrist. And Belphegor is the Lord of the Dead and the Lord of the opening of Thaggerion. And when you enter into Thaggerion, you enter into Belphegor's Garden of Shadows, where one has to illuminate the way with the inner flame. Um, yeah. So the inner flame. So the disputer. Yeah, I had a hard time understanding the lessons of Thagirion, but ultimately what I came out understanding is that Thagirion is where we learn to be a warrior. It does, and of course I worked with Niantiel, the demon of the tunnel of Set, which leads from Arab Zarok to Thagirion. I worked with Niantiel, and that was a very powerful ritual meditation. And I won't go into it, but if you buy this book, you'll be able to read about that meditation, working with Niantiel, and what a gentle spirit. I mean, I was really afraid, but it's normal to be afraid. And I found that Niantiel was so helpful and so kind and so gentle and so willing to just help me learn about what we learn with Niantiel. Niantiel is the dark jester. So when we enter into Thagirion and we meet Belphegor and Sorath, as I said, Belphegor is the Lord of Death, and the tarot card that is associated with the Tunnel of Set that Niantiel rules is a card number 13 of the Major Arcana, Death. Death is transformation, and I have to say that I feel like I finished my transformation on this journey in Thagirion, and that ultimately I came out a warrior. I will just read a little bit from my journal because I feel like some of the things I wrote partly explain what I mean, and maybe it's just put into better words. Put into better words in my journal if I can find where I wrote it. There's a few things I want to share, but sorry, I'm not going to edit this because we're close. Yeah, I journal every day, so but the sorry, I'm just reading some of this, the snippets, and I'm just like, wow. Yeah, this was a really powerful cliff off, and I honestly think that as much as I thought it was getting easier, it wasn't getting easier. But I do feel like I made it through a stronger person, and I really overcame. So let me just read something because I keep coming back to it, and so this is a little excerpt. Hang in there is what I hear. Yeah. Do I have a choice? I'm fed up. I'm fed up. Hang in there. No, I don't want to hang in there. No, I'm tired. I'm upset. I'm done. I'm ready to abandon. Anyways, I don't want to keep reading about that, but you don't know what it's like to push every day with no arguments. I'm not just talking about work, I'm talking about life. Lucifer, this may be your world, but I'm not enjoying it. No offense. And no, Christianity will not make it better. Nothing will. When I get to this place, I wonder if I'm doing something wrong. If there was something I could have done to avoid this. All right, so I don't know where the journal prompt journal entry was that I wanted to share with you, but maybe I'm just not meant to share it. But I do want to read the journal prompt, the journal that I wrote today, and it is very empowering. Okay, so today is March 1st, so what to expect? Healing, strength, growing strength, return of the sun, rebirth, hope, growing hope, manifestations of goodness, joy. I feel like I've broken free. I want to compare it to breaking through the matrix. She mentioned, and when I say she, I'm talking about a psychic that I went to. She mentioned a warrior being present in March. I feel like her. It's so life-affirming to overcome all difficulties, to rise above, to crawl out of the depths of despair and stand on the mountaintop looking down. The evidences of the will to survive are breathtaking. The struggle seemed endless, and yet the victory seems just as endless. To emerge a warrior demonstrates the evidences that I can continue living in strength, determination, and power, with so much excitement to look forward to, so much adventure. A testament to overcoming power, a testament to the overcoming power of the pagan. What do they call it in Christianity? Give your testimony? Yes, my testimony to the power of my gods, that my gods are stronger than yours in my situation. And without my pagan heart, this would never have been possible. Your God could never have done this for me. With your God by my side, I would have crumbled to dust. No, my gods give me power to fight and to rise. A vessel of draconian gnosis. That's what it's called in paganism. It's called the vessel of draconian gnosis. To rise like a dragon, to overcome adversity with power and strength, and to never submit. The path forward is a continuing lesson. There is no doubt. I know it will challenge me. Of this I am well aware. That doesn't discourage me though. Just like a warrior's heart, I am eager for the next battle, for the next victory, for the spoils to be mine. Just like a warrior, I know that the next battle will only bring me closer to where I want to be. So when I say that Thagirion is the path of the warrior, what I mean is that I learned how to fight in Thagirion. And I don't mean physically, although I did have to push myself physically to do certain things that I didn't have any motivation to do. And I felt like I was in anguish in my mind, in my body. I just wanted to give up. And yet I knew that that wasn't the answer. And yet, I found my balance here in Thagirion, and I wrestled with duality, which is something that Thagirion is also about. It's about the dark versus the light, the right versus the left, the black sun versus, you know, the sun, the super ego versus the lower ego, and realizing that it's all the same thing, and that ultimately you decide. You are the one that decides. And partly why I think that Geryon is labeled as the disputer is because there are a lot of questions. When you think of somebody who is causing a dispute, an argument, in my opinion, a dispute is based on questioning. Questioning the validity of something, and trying to find out the answers for yourself, but with power and determination, and with the determination to find the answers, and to realize that ultimately you are God and you make the decisions. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much what I have to say about that Geryon. I feel like my journey here is coming to an end, and I will be ready to move on to Golakab soon. And I'm looking forward to that. But I honestly feel like my toughest battle has been won in Thagirion. And I'm so grateful for that. And what I realized also at my altar is that the spirits, entities, gods, guides that rule the Qliphoth, they aren't evil. They are just. And they are just to help you find your truth and to help you overcome your shadows, to give you what you asked for so that you can find satisfaction in understanding yourself. And I am so grateful to all the spirits that I've worked with up until this point. And I'm only halfway through the tree, but I realize that they are not my enemies. As much as this has been so difficult for me, and I've been angry that I started this journey, looking at this now, I realize I see the light, I see the black sun, and I see, I have seen myself through the garden of shadows, and into the light of transformation. So yeah, I hope this was helpful, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.